So last night, the Oklahoma Sooners added yet another member into their 2023 recruiting class. This time, a four-star running back that plays for one of the nation's better high school teams. And of course, today, we're going to be talking about Kalib Hicks, the four-star running back out of Denton Ryan High School in Denton, Texas. We need to break down what this means for the Oklahoma Sooners, why Kalib Hicks is such a big win, and everything in between. But before we do, as always, y'all know the drill. I need to hear from you. Hop down to the comments, Y for yes, N for no. Are you excited that the Sooners pick up Hicks? And let me know what you're thinking. If you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. Hit that bell notification as I do constant college football content. You don't want to miss any of it. And if you enjoyed this content, like and comment down below, as those interactions are massive to content creators such as myself. And I want to see if we can get 50 subscribers off of this video alone. And if we do, I'll be putting together a video of some of the prospects I believe are must-land prospects for the Oklahoma Sooners. But having said all that, let's jump right into this. And first and foremost, let's talk about Kalib Hicks, a very talented running back, one that I know Oklahoma fans are really excited to get. And Kalib Hicks is a four-star prospect, a top 25 running back in all of high school football, and plays for one of the nation's better high school teams in Denton Ryan. Denton Ryan is a team that not only plays great competition week in and week out, but they have constant eyes on them. So because of that, I wouldn't be surprised at all to see Hicks rise a little bit throughout this process if he camps well and if he continues to have a good senior season. Because of the notoriety of the program he comes to and the exposure it grants all the athletes that play for that program, I think it's very likely that we could see Hicks rise a little bit. How much? I'm not quite sure, but at the end of the day, regardless, this is a great addition for DeMarco Murray and the Oklahoma Sooners, and DeMarco Murray has been doing a fantastic job both on the trail, in the transfer portal, whatever form you want to talk about. He has been quite successful. But what does Kalib Hicks offer the Oklahoma Sooners? And that right there is really interesting, because when you break down Kalib Hicks, what you find is a running back that just excels. Kalib Hicks has a style of running that I think is going to be very conducive to success at the next level, and the reason is simple. Because whenever he runs the ball, he's just looking for the best outcome. He's not looking to do too much. This is the type of running back that's going to make one move and then make something happen. That right there is something I love, because sometimes these very talented running backs will try and do too much because they are so gifted, and sometimes that can hurt you. But Hicks is an individual that understands he can live to fight the next play so long as he gets some sort of positive gain. He's a patient runner and allows for the lanes to open up in front of him, and he's someone who I think is very quick. He has speed, but I think he's much quicker than fast. He's still a fast running back, but his ability to get from second gear to sixth gear is really, really impressive, and by the time he's in sixth gear, he's already pulling away, so that by the time the defenders hit their sixth gear, it's probably too little too late by that point, and that's something you love in your running backs. On top of that, this is a guy that has some power. He is not going to shy away from contact and displays phenomenal balance on a play-in, play-out basis, and balance is something I don't think can be understated for the running back position. It's something that we don't talk near enough about, but great balance at that position can make the difference between a tackle and a running back being able to fight for more yards, and Hicks has that balance that you love to see out of your top running back. So that right there, I think, culminates into something Oklahoma fans need to be really excited about. Plus, we talk about how he plays for a top high school in the nation, affording him the ability to play against other solid players, which means he's getting good coaching, he's getting good reps against good players in a great district, getting good exposure. I think this is the perfect storm, and I know Oklahoma fans are very pleased about this, because anytime you can get in a top 25 running back in the nation, somebody that has the success that Hicks has, you need to be excited, but especially when that individual is 5'11", almost 200 pounds, going into their senior season, yeah, it's looking real up. So for Oklahoma, I find this to be a great win. They're successfully continuing a pipeline they established with Billy Bowman to Denton, Texas, and they've been able to get really good prospects out of that area. We're talking their 5-star quarterback, Jackson Arnold, who plays for Denton Guyer, and now they add in the 5-star running back from Denton Ryan, Kalib Hicks. And even though they go to different high schools, it's still the fact that they're from the same area, and that provides familiarity for these prospects and understanding of where each other comes from. And before we close out of here, something interesting, I don't know that it will be a deciding factor, but it is something worth pointing out. Anthony Hill is on Denton Ryan as well, and getting Kalib Hicks, a teammate of Anthony Hill, could help their pursuit of Hill. So that's something we need to keep in mind. That's something we need to remember. I don't know that it will be a deciding factor, but it's certainly something worth pointing out. And because of that, I can't wait to hear from all of you. Hop down to the comments. Let me know what you're thinking about this, because I think this is a great addition to Oklahoma's class. A 4-star running back, a top 25 running back in the nation that displays power, patience, vision, and an ability to make a guy miss and go get something after that. Something I really like about his game is his ability to go from low gear to high gear in an instant, and by the time defenders get to a point where they're on 6th gear like he is, it's probably too little too late because of his burst. This is a guy that when he puts that one leg in the ground and he decides which direction he's going, he's rocketing through it, and that's what you love to see out of your running back. So I think this is a great addition for the Oklahoma Sooners. I know Oklahoma fans are excited because this is a guy multiple other top-tier institutions were interested in and had offered because they saw the skill set he had as well. So hop down to the comments and let me know what you're thinking about this great win. That's it. See ya.